Good morning, students. I hope you all are doing well at your places. And today we'll be studying a very interesting chapter, that is My Little Chin Chin. So let's just begin with this chapter. And I hope you all are taking good care of your health also. And please stay hydrated as the weather is changing. So please take care of your health also. So let's just begin with this chapter. So, the title of our chapter is My Little Chin Chin, right? See, in this chapter, you will read about a young bulbul that has fallen from his nest and was cared for by a woman where it got its name, that is Chin Chin. See, this is a story about a little bulbul. Bulbul, she is a bird, right? And she has fallen from the nest. वो अपने घोंसले से नीचे गिर चुकी है, and she was cared by a woman. एक वुमन ने उसकी देखभाल करी है जो गिर गई है और जिसकी वजह से उसने उसका नाम क्या रख दिया है, चिंचिन रख दिया है, राइट. एंड फर्दर दिस चैप्टर विल इलेबोरेट मींस इट विल एक्सप्लेन दैट ऑन द आइडिया ऑफ कीपिंग बर्ड्स इन केजेस, कि आप बर्ड्स को क्या रखते हैं, केजेस में रखते हैं, पिंजरों में बंद करके रखते हैं, वेदर दे लाइक बीइंग देयर और नॉट, whether these birds they like to be stay in the cage or not, and if not then why they don't like to be in a cage. So let's just find out the reason by reading this chapter. इस chapter को पढ़ते वक्त हम ये reason find करेंगे कि why birds do not like to stay in cages all the time. So let's just begin. A young bulbul has fallen from its nest and was fluttering about on my veranda. She's saying that a little bulbul, that means a little bird, she has fallen from the nest, right? And she was just fluttering, means फड़फड़ा रही थी वो मेरे वरांडा में, राइट. एंड आई पिक्ड इट अप एंड बॉट इनसाइड, और मैंने उसको पिक किया एंड आई हैव जस्ट बॉट हर इनसाइड, राइट. एंड इट वाज इन अ बैड कंडीशन, शी वाज in a very bad condition with hardly any feathers on his body. That means she was just born only, right? When a bird is born now, there are no feathers present on the body. After 15-20 days or more than 25 days, the feathers they start coming, right? And we did not expect it to live, means we were not expecting that she will survive because she just fall from her nest, and she was very small at that time. So we did our best to keep it alive. We took very efforts, we took a lot of efforts so that she could keep alive. We fed it by opening its beak gently. हमने उसको कैसे, अभी हमने उसको खाना खिलाया बाय जस्ट ओपनिंग इट्स बीक, उसकी चोंच को खोल के बहुत ही जेंटली, मीन्स बहुत ही कामली, बिकॉज शी हैज जस्ट बॉर्न एंड शी इज वेरी स्मॉल, एंड पुशिंग इन अ लिटिल मिल्क विद अ ड्रॉपर एंड देन लेटिंग इट swallow. जैसे छोटे बच्चों को हम ड्रॉप से दवाई पिलाते हैं, सिमिलरली दे जस्ट फीड milk with the help of a dropper and so that she can swallow. And we varied its diet. Varied means we provide her variety of nutrition with occasional crushed pieces of watermelon. Sometimes we provide her with the crushed pieces of watermelon and homemade orange juice, ki ghar ka bana hua orange juice. And as a result, the young bulbul was soon on the road to recovery. Means she was able to recover very soon, as we took a lot of care and they took a lot of efforts in giving the good diet, right? She was offered her freedom. उसको पूरा फ्री कर दिया है. शी डिड नॉट टेक इट. इंस्टेड शी मेड हर होम इन आवर हाउस, और उसने हमारे घर में क्या कर लिया, अपना घर बना लिया, राइट. वी वर नॉट श्योर दैट शी वाज मेल, she was female, but we call her Chin Chin. Actually, they were not aware that whether she is a female or whether she is a male, but they were like, they were not sure कि वो female है. That is why they put put her name, that is Chin Chin, right. चिंचिन जॉइंड अस एट द डाइनिंग टेबल. वो हमें डाइनिंग टेबल पे भी ज्वाइन करती थी, जैसे आप देख सकते हैं. सी, दिस इज हाउ शी हैज जॉइंड. शी यूज्ड टू prance about on her dining table. Prance about means इधर उधर फुदकना, right? And give us no peace until she was given her spoonful of dal and rice and some noodles. Means वो इधर उधर फुदकती रहती थी until and unless we provide her his own meal. That is, sometime it is a spoonful of dal or rice, sometime on noodles, which she enjoyed as we were having a delicious meal of grubs. Means at that time they were already having a very delicious meal of grubs. That is the reason she also liked noodles and she was enjoying that. She was always restless. Restless means her time she used to feel exhausted and fond of investigating the things. उसको बस इधर उधर investigate करना होता था कि कौन सी चीज कहाँ पड़ी है, कौन सी चीज कहाँ पड़ी है. We would hop across the table to push the pencil down. कि हम लोग क्या करते थे? We just hop across the table to push the pencil down try to rip means कभी pencil यहाँ रख दिया, कभी pencil यहाँ रख दिया. We used to enjoy with her, right? And try to rip the daily paper to shreds and peck at the television. कि हम पेपर से उस चीज को क्या करा करते थे, क्लीन करा करते थे. एंड स्क्रीन while she saw pictures, वो हर रोज पिक्चर्स देखा करती थी, मूविंग ऑन इट, और उसके ऊपर घूमा करती थी. बट इफ वी इंक्रीज द वॉल्यूम, अगर हम वॉल्यूम इंक्रीज कर दें टीवी की, then she would come running to us, running to any of us, हम लोग के पास आया करती थी, and hide herself in the safety and warmth of the hand. That means she don't like the raised volume, right? And the warmth of the hand was enough to put her to sleep. मतलब अगर आप प्यार से उसको एक हाथ से ही सुलाएंगे, तो then it was already enough, right? And she had her favorite place to sleep, which was at the left of my crockery sideboard. वे क्रॉकरी की साइड बोर्ड में उसको आराम करना बहुत ही ज्यादा पसंद था. दैट वाज हर फेवरेट प्लेस. एंड where she could curl up in a black and a brown furry girl was in a deep slumber means एक गहरी सी नींद वो आराम से ले लिया करती थी. And it was not easy to wake her up. उसको उठाना इतना आसान नहीं था. In the beginning means in the initial stages, in the starting, she used to wake up at the slightest noise means अगर कोई भी हल्की सी आवाज आ रही है तो वो उठ जाया करती थी. But with 4 children, जब और चिल्ड्रन उसके घर में थे, एंड टेलीविजन विच इज ब्लेयरिंग एट द टॉप वॉल्यूम, अगर और 4 बच्चे उसके साथ, टेलीविजन क्या है बहुत ही तेज वॉल्यूम पे है. आई थिंक दैट शी गॉट यूज टू स्लीप सडनली विद ऑल दिस नॉइज अराउंड हर. अब जैसे बच्चे आ गए हैं, उनके साथ टीवी चल रहा है, कुछ वॉइसेस आ रही है, still she managed to sleep because she got in the habit of sleeping, right? As the weather became cold, अब ठंड आने लगी, the children wanted their fifth sibling to be shifted to their room. Now the children, they want their fifth sibling to be shifted to the another room, right? And they did not consider Chinchin a bulbul anymore. Now they don't consider this Chinchin as a bird. They used to consider their sibling only, and she was much human to them as their brothers and sisters. Means they were she all the children used to consider Bulbul as their brother and sister only. कि ये हमारे घर की family member है, right? So a new bed with soft cloth on the bookshelf. अब bookshelf के ऊपर एक नया bed लगाया उन्होंने, which was prepared, and 2 of my favorite showpieces were kept over there as her bodyguards. And दो showpiece वहाँ पे उसके रखे गए so that she was a bodyguard कि वो गिर ना जाए, right? Which Chinchin took great liking to, जो Chinchin को बहुत ज्यादा पसंद आया, right? She refused to be put to sleep till her bodyguards were kept close to her bed. Means वो she don't agree to sleep until and unless her bodyguards are kept near to her, right? Once everything was settled, means everything got settled at a very good pace, she could curl up within a second and she would be sound asleep. Means everything is settled, she used to have a very sound sleep without disturbing anyone. So that bulbul will be the ruin of us. कि that bulbul, ये bulbul हम लोग के लिए बहुत खराब भी हो सकती है. Because I grumbled one day that I was once woken up from my sleep to give milk to her. Can't you keep her in a cage? Now they are saying, can't you keep Bulbul in a cage because she used to wake up again and again, and we used to provide her milk. So in between that, our sleep got also disturbed. That is why they think that Bulbul should be kept in a cage, right? Now we did try keeping Chinchin in a cage. अब हमने बुलबुल को केज में रखने का बहुत ट्राई किया, but she was angry. She got angry and she objected with such fears. Fears means very forceful shouting and flapping. वो बहुत ही ज्यादा strongly और तेजी से फड़फड़ाने लगी when we tried to keep her in a cage, and it was better for our nerves and a peace of mind to let her around the free. कि मतलब उसको इधर उधर घूमने देंगे तो हम लोग शांति से रहेंगे, otherwise it will be a very problematic situation for all of us. So she did not show her inclination to join the other bulbuls outside in the colony. Like she was so much involved in the family members that she was not even interested to join herself outside all the birds that were sitting, right? Perhaps Chinchin, having grown, used to live with humans on equal terms, right? As she was growing, she used to live with all the family members equivalent to other family members, and had become snobbish and did not wish to mix with her own kind. Snobbish means she became so addict to that family that she didn't agree to involve in her group, जो कि उसको अपने birds पे रहना चाहिए था, right? Now the morning saw her waking up with the first ray of the sun and first bulb being switched on her by any of us. Means अब उसके लिए मॉर्निंग रेज कैसी होती थी, द बल्ब दैट यूज टू ग्लो, और उसी की फर्स्ट बल्ब उसके ऊपर पड़ा करता था. एंड वंस शी गॉट अप शी वाज नो स्टॉपिंग हर, कि मतलब एक बारी वो उठ गई है वापस से वो नहीं सोया करती थी जल्दी से. शी वुड बी गोइंग ऑल अराउंड द किचन हॉपिंग एंड शाउटिंग ची ची ची. All the time she used to roam around the whole house, sometimes in the kitchen, sometimes in the veranda, right? Until I give her a warm milk, जब तक उसको आप उसका मिल्क नहीं दे देते टू ड्रिंक विद हर स्पून, कि वो अपने स्पून से खा ले. थैंकफुली शी डिड नॉट लाइक टी, उसको टी पसंद नहीं थी, else she would have made me prepare tea so early in the morning. They are saying that thank you to God that she didn't like the tea, because if she would have liked the tea, then it will be like I have to make the tea in the early morning, right? With a full stomach, she would hop back to the bedroom. Similarly, the kids, when they are full, they used to hop, right? That brings us energy. Similarly, this bird, when she was feed full, इसका पूरा पेट भर जाता है, then she is like back to the bedroom, वापस से अपना इधर उधर का करना and choose her pick, right? Now she would sit on the pillow of any of the kids, किसी भी kid के pillow पे she used to sit over there, and that would be the end of the poor kid sleep. और किसी के भी तकिए पे जाके if she will जस्ट सिट ओवर देयर, तो कोई भी बच्चा नहीं सो पाता था क्योंकि वो उठ जाया करता था, राइट? शी वुड स्क्रीच. स्क्रीच मीन्स उनके बालों के साथ खेलना. shout and jump from head to toe in order to get the attention till the person was wide awake. जब तक कोई नहीं उठ जाता and जब तक उसको सब attention नहीं दे रहे, तब तक she used to like screech on everybody's head, right? She had to accompany, उसको कंपनी चाहिए ही चाहिए मॉर्निंग में, right? Now, whenever I spread some bird feed on the balcony so as to feed the other sparrows, whenever they used to feed other sparrows, other bulbuls को वो कुछ भी feed कराया करते थे, that visited our house, she would go running after them and chase them all away. Chase them all away means उनके पीछे पीछे जाया करती थी और उनको सबको भगा दिया करती थी. She made sure that they understood that it was her kingdom. She उसको क्यों भगाया करती थी? Because she was so comfortable in their house that she used to feel that this is my kingdom, nobody is allowed to enter this and they better not come anywhere close to it, कि यहाँ पे मेरा घर है और मेरे घर के आसपास कोई नहीं है. Now as for the bird feed, it would be swept away by the wind later because of her hotness, and Chinchin would not to touch such a lowy meal even in her dreams. उसको अपना खाना इतना ज्यादा पसंद था that she did not even want anybody to touch his meal. In time, Chinchin learned to answer everybody's call. Everyone call. She just अब उसको आदत पड़ चुकी थी. She was in the habit and she tried to respond everybody, and she just learned that how to answer everybody's call. Right? A whistle was a best call. कि उसके लिए एक सीटी बजाना, it was the best call. So she immediately responded and just flew away and landed on the shoulder of the person who whistled. Whosoever is whistling, she just landed over his shoulder. Right? Now she would sit for hours on the window की ledge पे वो she used to sit over there banging on the glass के ऊपर ऐसे ऐसे bang करना with her beak, right? And basking in the warmth of the sun, she's just taking the warmth of the sun, and she seems to recognize the click of the gate when children came from school. मतलब उसको एकदम समझ में आ पड़ता है कि बच्चे जो हैं children have come from their school, and she would come to the door with a hop, skip and jump chirping. Means she used to delightfully welcome those children now allowed from one shoulder to another. जैसे बच्चा है ना एक shoulder से दूसरे shoulder पे she used to hop, right? It seems that animals can sense the danger even before it actually comes, and this is very true. जब भी आपकी घर में कोई भी प्रॉब्लम आने होती है तो एनिमल्स आर दी वन दोज हु जस्ट प्रोकास्टिनेट, उनको पहले से ही पता चल जाता है. दैट डे चिंचिन वाज एक्स्ट्रा क्वाइट, एंड फ्रॉम दैट डे she was very quiet. She did not ask for milk so early in the morning. She was not even asking for the meal, and when I gave her the milk, rest of the kids, she drank the milk quietly without making any noise, any fuss and chirping. कोई भी आवाज नहीं निकाली. And was the 26th of January, and children had gone to school as a national holiday. See, it was the 26th of January and children they just went to पिकनिक फॉर अ नेशनल हॉलीडे, राइट? एज द मॉर्निंग प्रोग्रेस, धीरे धीरे मॉर्निंग होने लगी, वी गॉट बिजी विद आर डेली वर्क, हम लोग अपने डेली वर्क के लिए बहुत ज्यादा बिजी हो गए. देयर वॉज अ हेवी ट्रेमर, ट्रेमर मीन्स झटका, and we could feel the earth shaking, and all of us are sudden, all the windows and all the chandeliers, they started shuddering badly, means an earthquake come और सब कुछ बहुत ही ज्यादा tremble करने लगा, means everything was shaking, right? Now it was an earthquake, ये क्या था? एक earthquake था, right? This is a natural disaster, there was no doubt about it. She shouted at the kids to run down from the first floor to the open area on the ground. Actually it was an earthquake, so she shouted to all the children, just leave the house and just go outside, right? Go outside on the ground floor. There was confusion all around as we were all hurried down the stairs while the earth beneath us, it kept shaking, means earth was shaking and we all were confused at how to move outside. As we reached the open ground, जैसे ही हम ground पे पहुंचे, suddenly my eldest daughter shouted, "Where is Chin Chin? कि Chin Chin कहाँ है?" We looked around, but she was not anyone's shoulder. But she was not lying on anyone's shoulder. Forgetting the earth tremors, उन्होंने एक बार भी नहीं सोचा कि जो हमारी अर्थ है वो शेक कर रही है. आई रश्ड बैक होम, मैं वापस घर गया, एंड ऑन माई वे माई फुट क्रश्ड, और मेरा फुट जो है एकदम क्या हुआ, किसी के ऊपर ऐसा हो गया कि किसी के ऊपर चल गया. टू समथिंग सॉफ्ट, और कोई कैसा था, बहुत ज्यादा सॉफ्ट. आई लुक डाउन होपिंग टू फाइंड चिंचिन, बट मेरे को ऐसा लगा कि नीचे चिंचिन है, बट इट वॉज अ बिग येलो कैट हु रश पास मी इन अ हरी. और वो क्या था, एक बड़ी सी बिल्ली थी, एंड देयर वाज समथिंग इन हर माउथ, और उसके क्या था, कुछ उसके मुंह में था, राइट? एंड व्हाट कुड बी दैट? दैट वुड बी अ चिंचिन. आई फेल्ट अ टग एट माई हार्ट, मुझे अपने दिल पे बहुत चोट लगी. कुड इट बी? बट आई डिड नॉट वांट टू बिलीव इट. आई वाज नॉट ready to believe. I rushed from one room to another. मैं इधर से उधर गया. Whistling loudly, मैंने बहुत जोर से सीटी बजाई. Calling out Chinchin name. There was no response at all. Right? And tears went rolling down my cheeks. और मेरे आंखों से आंसू निकलने लग गए. It was surely my Chinchin that the cat was holding in her mouth. कि cat उसके कैट ही चिंचिन को माउथ में पकड़ के बैठी थी. आई फेल्ट एंग्री, मुझे बहुत गुस्सा आया. आई जस्ट वॉन्टेड टू किल द कैट, कि मैं कैट को खत्म कर दूं. आई रश्ड आउट एंग्रीली, मैं बहुत ही गुस्से में बाहर गया. बट शी हैड ऑलरेडी एस्केप, मीन्स शी जस्ट रन अवे टेकिंग चिंचिन along with her mouth. By this time my children had also came inside. मेरे बच्चे सारे के सारे अंदर आ गए. The tremors बिल्कुल रुक गया है. But my face and flowing tears gave me away. मेरे को बहुत बुरा लग रहा था. I was flooded with the question that where is my Chinchin? Everybody was too sad, too gloomy. Why are you crying? कि आप रो क्यों रहे हो? Has Chinchin flown away? क्या चिंचिन जा चुकी है? What's the matter? माँ, please say something. क्या आप मुझे बताइए कि क्या हुआ है? I was in a state of shock, कि मेरे को बहुत ही ज्यादा, I am totally shocked. How could I tell my little ones who considered Chinchin one among the horrible yellow cat has eaten their beloved Chinchin? मैं अपने बच्चों को कैसे बताऊं, किस हिम्मत से बताऊं कि एक येलो कैट ने मेरे चिंचिन को खा लिया है. I was gathering the courage, I was just daring to tell and collecting strength to tell them that what just had happened, कि अभी क्या हुआ है. I heard a tweet behind the computer, और मैंने एक आवाज भी, I have just heard, the kids left me take to चिंचिन from behind the computer where she was hiding. और जो kids हैं वो चिंचिन को अभी लेकर गए where she was hiding. She seems to be frightened but alive. वो बहुत ही ज्यादा डरी हुई थी but she was alive. At the sight of Chinchin, my mouth opened again as the second shock of the day hit me. वापस से I was totally surprised, but this time the shock was very pleasant. शॉक कैसा था? बहुत ही ज्यादा अच्छा था. It was happening while earlier I was seething with anger, जो मुझे बहुत गुस्सा आ रहा था earlier. This time my eyes, they were filled with the tears of love, tears of happiness, tears of relief that my Chinchin was alive. I thank God that all my kids are safe along with the Chinchin and from the fury of the nature and of course the yellow cat, right? So this was a very beautiful chapter I have came across, that how these children they took care of this little bird Bulbul, and how they feed and make her grow elder, and how she became a family member that was a true lover of the animals and the birds. And you should also take one lesson from this chapter, that you should never harm any of the animals. If you are saying, if you are seeing them, if they are in danger, please provide shelter to all these stray dogs, all the birds. If you came across any other animal in trouble, then please make sure that you will help them, because animals are also like human beings only, and they are the one who always save us from the danger. Please take care of your animals, please take care of your environment. As God has given us so much beautiful nature around us, please take care of it, and please take care of yourself also, and please keep smiling and stay blessed. Thank you.